today we are going to study another case of a rare remedy which normally we don't use in such cases. But the homeopathy enlightened. We study the medicines in so deep and in a subtle way that with a very little information given by the patient, we can prescribe in every kind of diseases, from simple cold coryza to the carcinoma. So this is the beauty of homeopathy enlightened. So it seems to be little bit hypothetical that I present such kind of cases, but these are not hypothetical, these are real video cases. I cannot show or I cannot share these videos on YouTube platform because of the privacy issues of the patient. So I first make a verbatim of the patient's video. Then I try to enact during this video so that you can get a glimpse of the scene of my clinic, how the patient represents himself, telling their problems. Though this patient came on 30th January 2018. So this is a case of 17-year-old boy. He gets epileptic attacks since the age of 2 years. He has been taking medicines for it since then. In spite of allopathic treatment, he still gets the attack many times. So he seems to be a person with low intellectual level from his appearance. He describes everything in great detail even when not asked for. He answers even those questions completely that can be answered in few words. He gives answer in a great detail without understanding the futility of the answers he was giving. So it is a winter session and he is suffering from cold, simple cold. About a month ago, he had fever for which he had taken allopathic medicine. Even after the fever subsided, he continued to have cold. It has been the same since childhood that every time he has fever, he continues to have cold and coryza even after the fever subsides. In spite of taking medicines, means allopathic medicines, the coryza continues for about 1 to 2 months, which is not very common because normally simple cold cough subside within a week of its own. If doesn't subside of its own, they subside with the medicines. So this is a sign of healthy sign. But in this child, even after fever subsides and he keeps on taking allopathic medicine, even then the coryza continues for a month or two. So this is a great big abnormality. So when he came to my clinic, he was wearing a woolen cap like an old man as it is the winter season, whereas his father is not covering his head with a cap. This is very strange. This shows something peculiar. Normally, a boy of 17 years is very much conscious about his appearances. Normally in India, they don't cover up their body or faces or heads even in extreme winters because of the personality issues. They don't feel that they look smart if they cover their head like this. So, but this was a reverse case. So his father is absolutely unaware of his son's low intellectual level. So this itself shows that his father is also an idiot man. Normally parents understand the intellectual level of their children, but his father was not at all aware that his child is a child of low intellectual level, below his age. So his father always comes to me for his own treatment and improves every time in a very short time, like a miracle. But this is the first time he has got his son for the treatment. Father start telling the problems about this boy. See, he is a 17 years boy, so he should tell all his problems of its own, but instead instead of telling problems about himself or about his problems, his father is taking the lead. So all these things should be noted because these are very much important while making the picture of the patient's personality. Father start narrating himself. Doctor, he had fever around 1.5 months ago. The fever subsided after allopathic medicine, but he has been having cold and little cough since then. During this conversation, the boy is looking at me with a foolish smile. He is on medicine continuously, still the cold and cough are persisting. The cough is more in the morning and evenings but reduces by the afternoon, because in Delhi the morning and evening are bit colder than the evening hours. Doctor, then I address the patient. You tell me about your problems yourself, because once patient start telling about his or her problem, then we can feel the emotions involved with the problems. This is how we can understand the rubrics or make the rubrics. This is the proper way. Because when parents or attendants they report according to their own intelligence. But when patient tells, we can directly observe the condition of the patient, mental conditions, his feelings, his IQ, everything. So patient rapidly moves his head side. There is confirmation. So this is a confirmation of him being an idiot or a fool. I don't have any else. I just have cold. So this is not the way of telling about the problems by an intelligent child of 17 years old. So I asked, don't you have any other problem? Then patient said, no. There is no problem. No problem. Only cough, only little cough, cold. So there is nothing to laugh at it. So this is sign of complete idiocy, a low intellectual level. The father is looking at his son and smiling as if son is exhibiting his high intellect by telling this. So father is appreciating this kind of behavior. This is an idiotic behavior. So it itself shows that his father is also an idiot. This whole family is of idiots. Only the sister of this boy is bit intelligence. She understands every situation about the boy and their parents. Father. So even after the fever, we are giving him some or the other kind of medicine continuously. Still the cold and cough are not getting away. The whole atmosphere is ridiculous, means ludicrous. The boy is laughing with his mouth open. So this is idiotic behavior. It is more in the mornings and evening. He coughs like an old man after getting up in the morning. His father is telling. Instead of feeling embarrassed at this, means when the father is telling that he is coughing like an old man, so a boy of 17 years should feel embarrassed that I am looking like an old man. But instead of feeling embarrassed at this, he smiles and laughs even more as if he is doing a great job. At the same time, he has discharges coming out of her nose. It just flows here up to mouth. A big lump of mucus just roll out of his nose and comes on the lips. But he is not aware. This is a complete idiocy. So at the same time, he has discharge coming out of his nose, but he is not even aware of it. When his father reminds him of his handkerchief, he immediately takes it out or smiles. So now you can feel the idiotic nature of the child. Father, his nose keeps watering like this. It was not watering. It was a thick, big lump of mucus just flowing out of his nose. Then I ask, because now I want to understand in a deeper way about the child or about the boy. Then so I ask, what is your name? Kinshuk, 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 I am Kinshuk. There is no need to tell the name in this way. Just he can say, I am Kinshuk. Then how old you are? 17. I will soon complete 17. So he tells everything in detail on this, on such and such date I will be 17. There is no need. No one tells their age like this. Normally people say I am 17 or I am 18 or I am about to be 17, just this much. So the detail was not needed. Moreover, he answers in a foolish way. Then again I ask, oh, where do you live? This is just to extend the conversation and to know more about the patient. He tells the exact address in detail, house number, street number, colony name, everything, even the floor. I am living the second floor. So this kind of addressing, telling is not needed. Normally people tells, oh, I live in such and such colony, I live nearby, I came from far off, like that. So they don't tell the address in such a detail. So tells the exact address in detail. This is also an indication of his foolishness. So based on, now you can see, we have not asked about any modalities, any causations, any concomitant, any miasm, anything. It was just a casual conversation with the patient and the father, and we are just not taking the case like a homeopath does take the case in a proper way. There is no format about it. So this is the beauty of homeopathy enlightened. We take the case in a very casual way. Whatever conversation is going on is our case taking, because whatever is there in the patient mind, he can never hide it. Patient can hide his physicals, but he cannot hide the mentals. So to say that mentals are very difficult to take, we are not to take mentals. They are just coming out, they are just appearing by his gestures, body language, way of talking, facial expression, etc., etc. So it is the intelligence of the physician to note them. So no one can hide mentals, but he always tells mentals connected to the physicals. But as because we are not, our mind is not trained, or rather we are not knowledgeable enough about the mental symptoms, so we just don't perceive those mentals which patient is giving us. So no one will say that I am a foolish man, you have to observe it. So how can he hide his foolishness? No, nothing. If he is hiding something, the doctor can easily make out that he is hiding something. He should probe why he is hiding something. So what is the intention about it? So that will be the rubric. And then you cannot say that he was hiding, he was not willing to tell. So these are his symptoms, these are his rubrics. Make them, convert them into rubrics. If he is hiding, behaving in a certain way, becoming irritable, becoming angry on you, everything is taken as a symptom of the patient and should be converted into rubric for the selection of similimum. So this is the beauty of this homeopathy enlightened. That's what I am trying to share my knowledge with everyone. So based on the conversation with the patient, his body language, his expressions, and the information given by his father, everything, all, whatever conversation we go through, the following rubrics were taken. awkward, naive, truth telling the plain truth, dullness, and exhilaration. So when we repertorize this case, two remedies came while repertorizing, Bovista and Falco P. There were two remedies present in all the above rubrics. However, the nature of these two remedies is totally different from one another. So while repertorizing, on repertorization it happens several times. So we reach a certain group of remedies, 2 remedies, 3 remedies, sometimes 5, 6 remedies. So if there are 5, 6 remedies, we can just decide on some other basis also while taking some other rubric also. Suppose if we come to an end about 2 remedies, covering all the rubrics which we took, so then go to the Materia Medica, because repertory is just a tool, just like a signboard on the street to tell the direction. So ultimately you have to take the decision to which remedy should be prescribed by on the basis of Materia Medica description. That tells the exact nature of the patient, exact nature of the remedy. However, the nature of these two remedies is totally different from one another. While Bovista is imbecile, Falco P is highly intelligent, clever, cunning and confident, which Bovista is not. So on the basis of these qualities, you can easily differentiate between the two remedies. So he has amazing courage and intelligence to achieve his goal. I am talking about Falco P. It is very difficult to control him as he can take appropriate decision at once. He has a very sharp mind. He is a very confident person. Whereas Bovista is imbecile and coward. As soon as he senses danger, he starts finding the ways to escape from it. So he is very clear at heart and clearly describe each and every incident without any alteration. Means without his putting his intelligence or crafty nature. So he answers immediately as if he is giving an intelligent reply. So if he is asked about something, he will give you all the information related to the subject even without asking. Even such kind of informations are not required or neither asked for. So this kind of rubric converted into naive, as he is unaware of the worldly wisdom. So he will describe everything in great detail, means he is open by heart. Describe everything in a great detail. He speaks a lot without realizing that such kind of informations are needed. So as if he pours out his heart. So this is a behavior which reflects the innocence of the children or innocence of a person. So this is called as loquacity, open-hearted. He doesn't realize that he is giving the unnecessary information without being asked. This is a good gesture according to him, but so other people will call him imbecile because he is not realizing the exact nature of information doctor has asked. So this is why trying to choose a remedy mechanically with the help of a repertory is harmful. The final judge has to be Materia Medica. Now we will try to understand the rubrics. Number 1 is awkward. Awkward is clumsy, irrelevant type, lacking skill, rhythm. So an incident that seems to be weird, strange and clumsy is called as awkward. Now we'll take an example. While working, we try to control all our organs and work in harmony and in a rhythmic way. Nothing seems unusual because everyone does the same. But when we lose control over the organs, the action appear strange and out of the way. Means normally the way people do. So awkward persons means the awkwards are the situation when the person is not doing in the same manner as the others are doing. So it looks very strange or very unusual to our eyes. So he, in spite of being a young boy of 17 years, is not able to tell anything properly in a controlled and harmonious way. One feels after looking at him that he is unable to do anything in a moderate or proper way. This is a great evidence of his imbecility. Because when I asked about cough and cold, he said, only cough, only cold, only. So this was not the way to reply. So normally a person or a patient will say that I am having cough since so long. So he won't move body like this, gestures like this. So this is a kind of awkward movements. Naive. He is a person who is new to a field and hence does not understand the intricacies of that field or that sphere or the art or etc. or the matter in hand. So we can also apply this to the worldly wisdom. He is unable to understand and what the answer should be. It looks like innocence of a naive person. So this boy also replied in a very funny way. Means when you ask his name, he tells so many times Kinchu, 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 which was not required. Truth telling the plain truth. So he clearly narrates the truth, whatever incidents has happened. He narrates everything in the same manner without putting his intelligence into the description. He just like a machine is reporting. So any sensible person understands the circumstances or scenario and will talk only as much as necessary for that time being or for describing that particular situation. No one explains everything in detail with the minutest detail. Or if it is needed of the time to alter the facts or even exaggerate them, sometime he will manipulate things accordingly. So this is a sign of intelligence. Thus we will alter things as per the demand of the situation. So a truth is often mixed with some untrue feeling etc. But this person narrates the truth exactly as it is. He does not understand what will be the consequences or effects of narrating the truth exactly on the other person. Hence, this is an indication of being naive and imbecile. All the rubrics, just by one sentence or one gestures, we can make so many rubrics. Because these gestures, these words reflect his total personality. So one rubric means the whole personality of the patient, or one sentence means whole personality of the patient, because that one particular sentence, one particular gestures is the reflection of his personality. So there is no need to take a case of for 1 hour or 2 hours or in all details, family history, father history, mother history, ancestral history from childhood to this date, everything. These things are not required at all, because whatever he has developed till date, so everything is included in at the present situation. So you have to prescribe in the present situation. So once, because we homeopath have a theory that once we give the simile, symptoms disappear in the reverse order of their coming. It means the present will go first, then the older one, that bit older one, and in the sequence. So it means we should prescribe in the present. This itself indicate. So in homeopathy enlightened, we always take the present situation or present mental state, not the symptom, mental state of the patient. But that mental state of the patient is converted into rubrics so to get the remedy from the repertory. So it is very false notion that we prescribe on mental symptoms. We don't prescribe on mental symptoms, we prescribe on the present mental state of the patient, which is persisting, not changing every few minutes, and which is also disturbing to the patient, which is very important to the patient, which is the need of the patient. We prescribe on that particular state. So another rubric we took is exhilaration. So a state of being overjoyed. This person is suffering for the past 1.5 months, but he is continuously smiling in spite of this. He does not at all appear troubled by it. So imbecile people always keep smiling because they do not have the capacity to understand the gravity of the situation. So he was prescribed a single dose of Bovista 30 and followed by other routine remedy. So now he came on 2nd February 2018, means just 2 days later. So he directly entered my cabin without taking out the case sheet from my receptionist, while all other patients were entering only after taking their case sheets from the receptionist. Today his sister is also accompanying him for her medicine. She is an intelligent girl. On seeing him, I asked, give me the case sheet, and he just smiled. Then I said, please bring your case paper from the receptionist. He then goes out and brings his case paper properly. He comes and keeps standing. Then I said, sit down. Normally he should come with the case sheet and should sit down with the patient chair where it was his turn, but he kept standing. He sits down slowly in an awkward manner. In spite of having ample of space to sit comfortably, he is sitting very close to his sister, almost clinging to her, which shows he is a coward boy. And he is also an innocent boy, because at this age, 17, and his sister is 19. So at this stage, we don't cling to the sister in India. Keep a space, at least in the public space, though we are very much clean at our heart, but we don't cling to the sister. So, but he was clinging, but it was not a bad intention on his part, but it was out of not understanding, not realizing the effect on other people. What will they think that he is clinging to his sister so closely? And sister was also not objecting, because she understands that he is an innocent boy. He does not have any malafide or any dirty intentions towards her. She was just doing out of this boy was doing it out of his innocence. He can proceed only with the support of other people, so he lacks self-confidence. All these gestures, we concluded that this is the meaning of this gesture. So now I asked the patient, what do you think was the effect of the medicine on you, which I prescribed for you last time? Patient. The medicine had very good effect, very good effect, very good effect. The cough has reduced a lot. Just give me little more of the same medicine. So it is doctor who decide that he should prescribe the same medicine, should change the medicine, or what should be done. The patient normally don't advise to the doctor what should be done. They just report the situation. You had some other problem too with the cough? Why did I ask this question? Because I do not ask direct questions. Direct question means, though I remember all the problems he told me on the first visit, but I never remind about those problems. So I asked him, you had some other problems too with the cough? Yes, I had cold with the cough, but it is still there. Cough is reduced, but cold is there. So is it slightly better or slightly remaining? Because he has not clearly mentioned it. Patient gives an exact reply now. Cough has reduced considerably, but the cold is only slightly better. So now you can understand this. His intellectual level has changed within 2 days. This is a great achievement of homeopathy enlightened. So lot more of cold is still remaining. Now his mind has started working perfectly with sharpness. So now I asked to his sister, what do you all feel about his illness? Sister, yes, the cough is definitely a lot better. The cold is still there. Normally foolish people do have a running nose. This is a sign of foolishness. Since when is the cough relieved? Then I don't rely on the patient. If a patient says I am feeling better, or I am not feeling better at all, or my condition has worsened, so we should not take these words as such. So we should try to evaluate, because sometimes patients do not understand what kind of improvement doctor is expecting, or what the doctor will conclude by the change situation or the same situation. Because patient says I am feeling better, though he may not be feeling better at all. This may be out of some kind of admiration towards you. So then I try to confirm on by asking different kind of questions that he has really improved or not improved. Patient, he said now clearly, I was relieved immediately after taking the medicine. The next day itself the cough was a lot better. I have come today as the last medicine is over. So now I am very much confident that it was done by the help of medicine. It has not improved of its own. Or patient is have no confusion about the improvement. So I want to know whether the cough has reduced after the medicine or it has reduced on its own. This was my concern. This is my concern in every case. I want to make everything absolutely 100% sure that my medicine is correct or not correct. So this can be done only by asking questions in a different frame, not exactly asking, oh, what about your that problem, those problems which you came earlier, which you told me earlier. No, do not mention about the problems which he told earlier. You just ask, you had such I think you have some kind of problems last time you told me. What was that problem? As if you have forgotten that problem. So now if those problems has improved or not improved, then patient will tell you exactly. So this is a trick to know exactly the patient has improved or not improved. So patient says now, it has reduced because of the medicine. It has reduced because of the medicine. He said 2-3 times. So it means this is a confirmed that medicine has acted very well. Then sister says, the cough used to be there persistently before medicine, but now it has reduced a lot. Within a day, the cough was reduced a lot. It is definitely medicine act. Then I ask, has anything else also changed? So I am trying to find out about his mental and intellectual level. Patient, nothing else has changed. I did not have any problem other than this. Now I ask his sister, keep giving him medicine. His mind. I just don't speak out my intention very clearly. So I tell in just in this way, as if I am not. I don't want to hurt those people. So his mind means I change my words while talking. Do you think mentally means he is just let them reply, then let them complete my sentence, so that will be the exact information. I mean to ask even the family members realize that he is mentally dull or not. No, he is fine mentally. So it means no one knows that he is an idiot, because everyone is idiot. But this girl clearly knows that his brother is an idiot, but she is clever enough to mold the scene. So no, it's fine mentally. Then how is he in studies? I am trying to reconfirm my observation. He is okay, he scores about 70 to 80%. So how much do the other students score in the class? No, other patient says then. Other student also scores the same. So how many friends do you have? Now I ask in another way. Patient says, I have about 3 to 4 friends. Normally, a boy of 17 years have many friends. So they are from school or from I just say this much. So he can clearly indicate so where these friends come from. So they are from school. How many friends do you have around your house? Because in the school, these boys or student, they pass several hours in the school, so it is normal to be friendly with their classmates. But when you come home, so now you go out of the house to make friends, so that you take the initiative. If you have many friends around your house or in other localities also, then you are really having friends. You can make friends. This is your capacity. This indicates your capacity that you can make the friends. So that's why I ask this question, that how many friends do you have around your house? Patient says, I don't have any friends nearby. I don't need to go and talk to anyone near our house. But there is no need for anyone to go and talk to anyone. But this is all intelligent people, they just make friends. 1 or 2, maybe more also. So this kind of reply is an indication of his imbecility and cowardice. Because to make friends, you have to be little bit extroverts and bit courageous. Only then you can approach others and make them friends. But this child is not having these qualities. So this, my observation is absolutely confirmed that this child is an absolute idiot. Though his family members are trying to prove that he is an average child, no mental deformity is there. So then I ask him, don't you go out to play? Patient says, I used to go for coaching, I have many friends over there, but I have no friend around our house because I don't go out to play. Why? Because he doesn't have the courage to go out and make friends and to play with other people. Because in coaching classes, people come, he has to interact with everyone because there is no choice. So then I directly ask him, are you scared of the children? I'm not scared, but I have studies. I am to study lot. I am appearing for 11th standard, hence I study more. He is giving correct answers, but his answer is in a foolish manner. So again, routine remedy was prescribed because his condition has improved. Then he came on 12th February 2018. Today, just his father has come to take medicine. Boy has not come. Father told, the cough is absolutely fine, but the cold is there in the morning and evening. Since childhood, he is taking medicine for his epileptic fits. He is revealing this today. He immediately gets an attack even if he misses the medicine for a day. Now you can see, since childhood, means at the age of 1, it is now 17 years, it means for 16 years he is taking allopathic medicine for his fits, but there is no improvement. Medicine is just subduing his epileptic fit. There is no cure. Suppose if homeopathy goes for a year, treatment goes for a year, the society says the homeopathy is slow. Though after taking treatment for a year or so, he gets cured. So this is the fastest result on earth. So homeopathy is the fastest science on earth. So he was still given the routine remedy. Then he came on 16th April 2018. His throat and cold were perfectly fine, but now since 2 days he has started having slight cold and cough again. he had a blocked nose at night and so he could not sleep the whole night. Then last time he had a running nose, father, because the father came to take the medicine, not the boy. Father said, yes, he had a running nose, but the time it has started with a blocked nose. Means earlier the cold used to start with the running nose, but now this time after treatment, after Bovista, the cold has started with a blocked nose. Gradually it will go on increasing and about 10 to 10 days he will start getting fever. Then even after the fever subside, cold and cough will persist for about 2 months. This always happens with him. So this usually happens due to some genetic disorder, hence such recurring illness are difficult to cure. But homeopathy enlightened, the medicine selected on the principle of homeopathic enlightened, where we select the medicine at the subtlest level, these genetic problems can also be cured. I have several cases, because principles are universal. Once you prescribe medicine on principles, then they are bound to respond. So these genetic disorders can also be cured. Still, he was given the routine remedy as there was a change in the symptom. So there is no need, because he has come after 2 months, so it doesn't mean that he needs some kind of medicine or some kind of potency of Bovista. So he was given routine remedy. Then he came on 24th February 2019, means after about 10 months. Today he has himself come to tell about his complaint, as he felt that the doctor will be able to give the medicine only if he himself comes and tells about his problem. So you can see now the change his mentality. Now he has really understood that his presence in person in front of the doctor is absolutely necessary for getting the correct prescription. This is sign of intelligence. Though he was an idiot child, now he become an intelligent person. So his inner being has changed with the help of Bovista. So acting so deep is the homeopathic medicines if prescribed correctly. So he tells further, the cold is a lot better, but slight cough is there, but this time I did not get any fever. So now the circle of the disease has been broken, which was there since his childhood for the last 17 years. Just with the few doses of Bovista and within a short span of time, that much cycle has broken. So this is the fastest of all, because in 17 years he had been taking allopathic medicine repeatedly whenever he had cough and cold, but the circle was not broken. But he had taken treatment once from me, from homeopathy, and the circle is broken. So this is the cure. So this is the fastest. But nobody will appreciate our effort, because modern science doesn't want to give any credit to homeopathy, though they see the result. So he was given routine medicine and there was a change in the pattern of his illness. He has become mentally sharp, which is an indication of a complete cure by this remedy. So I am sharing this knowledge because this is really worth learning. Once you go deeper into homeopathic medicines study, you can do wonders. So I request you all to learn this method and to spread it globally to everyone. Though my English is not good, but I am putting lot of effort so that every homeopath on this earth can get this knowledge. This is my sincere desire. Please help me in this, to take this kind of science to every homeopath, especially the budding homeopaths, because the person or the homeopath who have been practiced for last 40-50 years are not going to accept my explanation of the rubrics. But younger budding homeopath will do definitely, because they can see the result and they are quite open-minded. Thanks for watching the video.